Today's topic is 3 powerful actions you can take today for your success. This 3P method I created a long time ago, and is also a strong part of my manifestation teachings. And this 3P method is going to give you the right tools, the 3 actions, what you're supposed to do to reach your goals in any occasions. So the first P is position. Position yourself close to the fire. When you have your intention already, what you want to reach, your goal, the first thing you need to do is look around. Where do you need to be? Like what community, what network, what location, maybe physically, and position yourself close to the fire. What can you do today? Explore the network where you want to be, explore the town, explore the geography of the place or how you can get there, visa, whatever you need. Basically, look for possibilities how to position yourself close to the fire, okay? The second one is preparation. When you are close to the fire already, are you prepared? Do you know everything you need to embody for your goals? Most likely, you still need to get some skills, some experiences to fill the gap, right? That's why you are not there yet. So look around, like what else do you need to embody as a knowledge, skill set, anything what is good would elevate you to your next level. Maybe this preparation is maybe resting. Maybe this preparation is meditation and channeling, right? Not always hustling and learning and doing. So that's the second one, the preparation. And the third one is the push. The third P is the push. I always say push, to jump, because that's when you receive the opportunity or the possibility, but you don't recognize it, or you recognize it, but you suddenly got scared, and then you feel like, oh, is this responsibility for me? Will I take that responsibility, what this opportunity come with? Or do I really want this? Or am I ready for this? Am I good enough for this? So that's when it's all the doubts coming in and fear, and many people stops right there and not taking it, not doing the push and jump. They pull back, and all the positioning preparation was for nothing because they won't get their manifestation. Okay, so this 3P is really important. How you can experience instant manifestation with this 3P, because many people experience instant manifestation and they are like, oh, I just did the first step and then suddenly came the third. What happened to the second one, right? So sometimes you position yourself, you immediately get the opportunity, and then you can push and jump. So what happened to the second? You did it before positioning. It's many times happens that you already prepared, you already have everything what it takes. Only the positioning wasn't happening yet. As soon as you positioned yourself, you were complete, you were the right place, you with the right knowledge, with the right experiences, and the opportunity just came to you and you push, jumped, and instant manifestation. Okay? This is really amazing. This works all the time. So I highly recommend you to analyze your situation, get ready to do all of these steps, be open-minded, and just do it, because don't allow your fear to hold you back. Don't allow your doubts to hold you back, okay? Because you want to reach your goals, right? That's why you are setting intentions. We are still in the full moon. I mean, we are not truly in the full moon energies anymore because it was on Wednesday. So it's like a 5 days window. We are at 1 day out of this full moon energies, but we're still in the eclipse season. Eclipse season is all about getting rid of the old, getting into the new, shifting, acknowledging what is not working anymore, adjusting, so on and so forth. So if you start using your 3P method right now, it's going to work beautifully, and you might getting whatever you want this year, in the next 3 months. So I highly recommend you to do so. If you are interested to know some of my success stories about this, how I actually use the 3P method, I can tell you a bit about that. So stay on this video to get some entertainment. So one of the things was how I become a #1 best-selling author. I use this 3P method. So what happened is, even though I was dreaming about that, I'm going to write a book, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it never happened. Then I was invited to a place where a lady was promoting her book and saying, oh, you can be a co-author with me and then you can be a #1 best-selling author. So she was kind of like making this couple of days of challenge, and then I joined the challenge, listening to her, and was waiting for like how to get involved, what does it take, and then she always like were pushing us, programming our subconscious mind, saying like, oh, type it in the chat that I am a #1 best-selling author. I was very excited, I was typing it in the chat, I'm a #1 best-selling author. And then at the end she said the price. It was a really high price to join that book, although she wasn't a famous person, right? So it was questionable that whatever I'm getting out of it is actually worth that money. And I also didn't too much like her vibe. It's also important, to vibe with the person. So I decided, okay, I'm not gonna do this, obviously. And then all the things which I was like imagining being the #1 best-selling author, suddenly I let it go. I was like, okay, it's not gonna happen. So I let it go. And then like within a week, I ended up in a Facebook group invited by the person who created the Facebook group. And in a day, like in 24 hours, she published in the Facebook group that she has this book opportunity where we can be a co-author, and they gonna go for #1 best-selling, and they're doing a lot of promotions and interviews, and who's gonna be there, like very famous people is gonna be in the book. So I was very excited, and then I was immediately jumped into it, wrote my chapter, sent it in, paid the money. It was even like third price what the other lady was saying. So I was just really, really happy. And then that's what I want to tell you, that sometimes you wish for something and you let it go. That's when the magic happens. Okay, so do not afraid to let go whenever you feel like, oh, it's never gonna happen, because you already started manifesting it through the repetition when I was saying, oh, I'm a #1 best-selling author. Okay. So that was one story. Second story, when I was actually at my university years, I wanted to go to Mexico. It was one of my dreams, going to Mexico for an internship as a student. That was like an easy deal to get there, right? And I was working. So how I imagined it, I joined the internship exchange program, and then not just the program, but the people who was volunteering and worked for it, and actually help the companies and universities to make these exchange internships, right, positions. So I was working for this group of people, and I was doing a lot of deals, a lot of sales. Like, how can I say this? Like, I was calling a lot of vice presidents of companies, positioning like the internship students to their companies. So actually I won an award that I was the best in the whole country where I was working on this. So our university won this award because I was doing so many calls and I booked so many internships. So then the next year I was even promoted to be the president in my university for this internship exchange program. And then basically I was like manifesting the Mexican internship for myself. And what happened is I was even joining Spanish classes, but at my department there was no Spanish classes, so I had to go to another department at the university losing Spanish classes. So I was doing the work, right, the preparation part, right, and I was also positioned myself to the fire. I was right there choosing whatever comes in. And then when it was the exchange happened, and then we received the package of the new internships, there was one Mexican internship right there. And because I was on the top of the pyramid, I picked it for myself, obviously, and I went. And even I was supported financially by the university for all my good things I was doing. So it was like dream come true, right? But because I used the 3P method, I positioned myself close to the fire on the top. Then I did the preparation, doing a lot of work, connecting with people, also, learning Spanish. And the third was the push to jump. Oh, the push to jump wasn't easy either. Back then, I had a choice to pick from Mexico and Spain. And then in Spain, I had friends, and there was a location, a university, the internship, which I already knew. So the push to jump was the question here, like, am I going to choose the comfortable, the known, or am I going to stick to my manifestation and the uncomfortable unknown? This was my big debate back then. You would think like, oh, but you got Mexico, why don't you just pick it and go, right? No, it was still a debate, because do I choose my friends and something I know and comfortable, or jumping to my big manifestation, which was scary. And then I did. Eventually, I chose that. I jumped. It was scary to go to Mexico completely alone, out of nowhere to the mountains. But I did it, and I also highly recommend you to jump and take the opportunity when it comes your way. Don't get fearful at the last minute, because it's coming, and just trust. And then whenever you feel like you need to let it go, just let it go. Universe won't forget it. Universe won't forget it. They keep stock of it, whatever you wish for, and it's coming to you. Okay, so I'm wishing you all the best, and let me know in the chat when you use this 3P method, or how you're gonna use this 3P method for your intentions, and how you're gonna prepare or position yourself and finally push to jump. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody.